Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Gala games whose current price stands at the $0.02577 mark, and here on TradingView the market is down by 0.85%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot wave structures, the Fibonacci's, the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out any key chart patterns that you have information on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video here on the daily chart by giving you a brief of what has been happening here on the Gala games chart. From these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, which was an impulsive wave taking us back to an all-time high, and in that movement I'm terming it as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side. And after seeing the all-time high, we have been trading within this ABC structure that we have right here, taking us back to around the $0.02 mark, and in that movement I'm terming it as a higher Elliot wave count 2 here on the daily chart. Then I'm expecting a higher Elliot wave count 3, then a wave 4, then continue pushing higher in a wave 5. So this is how we can have our Elliot wave structure here on the daily chart, and there are chances that we might have seen the low for this higher Elliot wave count 2, and whatever we are seeing on the 1 hour chart might be the start of this impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 3. And using the Fibonacci's here on the daily chart, we can sketch out a minimum target area to the upper side that we can expect in the next bull market in case we see a reversal to the upper side in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 3. And I just need to use the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave down there to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $1.35 mark, and that would be my minimum target area to the upper side in case we see a reversal to the upper side, and that will happen in the next bull market. But before that plays out, there are short-term scenarios that we expect to play out here on the Gala games chart, and jumping to the 1 hour chart so that I can give you the short-term scenarios that I expect to play out here on the Gala games chart. Here on the 1 hour chart, we can clearly see the low that we have made in that higher Elliot wave count 2 at around the $0.02394 mark, and after seeing that low we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side. And before I get into the analysis of this bounce that we are seeing right here, there are chart patterns that we are seeing over here, and the first one is a channel, and if I draw out my channel, we can have this as the upper side of the channel. Then this is the lower side of the channel, and you can see from this channel, this is a descending channel which has been well respected by Gala games, giving us more than 3 touch points. And at the moment we have managed to break out of the channel to the upper side right here, and there are chances in case we continue seeing an increase in volume and even see a retest, which we might have seen here on the 1 hour chart in this movement right here. There are chances that we might have seen the retest of the upper side of the channel, and there are chances that we might continue pushing higher since we have seen the breakout to the upper side. And in that movement I will have my minimum target area out of that, that is my minimum target area of the breakout out of this chart pattern at around the $0.03337 mark, because that is where this channel was started. That will be my minimum target area in case we continue seeing higher prices after seeing the breakout out of this chart pattern. That is the first chart pattern that we have here on the Gala games chart. The other one is a descending wedge, and if I draw it out, we can have this as the upper side of that wedge like that. Then the lower side is right here, and you can see we have continued pushing the price of Gala games to the apex of this wedge, and right now we are also seeing a breakout out of this chart pattern, which is a descending wedge, and this chart pattern also gives us a breakout to the upper side, having the minimum target area of the breakout as the height of this wedge. So using a trend line, we can get that height between that is the height of this wedge like that, and then place it where we are having the breakout, which is right here, and that gives me a minimum target area back to around the $0.03378 mark. So now combining the two chart patterns, which is the descending channel and also this descending wedge, those two chart patterns are giving us a minimum target area back to around the $0.03, above the $0.03 mark, and that is a possibility here on the Gala games chart soon in case we continue seeing an increase in volume and also continue trading above the 20-day MA. There are chances that we might get back to around the $0.03 mark, and removing these chart patterns that I have over here, and then base my analysis on the Elliot wave structures, after seeing our low at around the $0.023 mark, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that has been obeying the Elliot wave structures. And this might be because maybe we might be in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 that I have shown you on the daily chart. And because a wave 3 is an impulsive wave, we also expect to see fractal waves in formation within these charts to the upper side, and I believe that is what we are seeing right here, having these as the first wave to the upper side. Then these might be a wave 2, then we might continue pushing higher in a wave 3, then a wave 4, and then a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1, which is a fractal wave within that higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upper side. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of these Elliot wave structure that we have right here, using these touch points, we can sketch out a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 right here by connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave down there to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. And that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.028 mark, and that is so close to the target area that we have sketched out using the chart patterns that we have over here, that is the channel and also the descending wedge. So there are three things that are supporting that movement to the upper side back to around the $0.03 mark, that is these Elliot wave structures, the descending wedge, and also the descending channel. So there are chances that Gala games might give us a bit of a pump back to around the $0.03 mark, then make the high for this wave 3, then expect a wave 4 before we continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5 to complete that higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the RSI. On the RSI, we are trading at around the 52 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side before we get into the overbought region. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we have printed a bearish cross, and we are seeing a bit of a decrease in the buying momentum, and that would mean lower prices might be coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.